Hi there, my name is Fox, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Here to have a really nice time, nice chill playthrough. Just me and the game and you. Thank you for being here. It's really, really nice when we just get this time to spend just you and me here playing some Heroes of Might and Magic. Hopefully it's a nice, fun, relaxing experience. Hopefully we're just going for the nice chill vibes. Hopefully we don't run into an absolute buzzsaw. We will see. Folks, here's the situation for the day. We are going to be running into Undead Armies. So, sight unseen, let's put this on impossible difficulty. I've decided that I really want to play a barbarian game. Recently, we've played knights. I think we played sorceresses not too long ago. Wizards are kind of quintessential. They're my favorite. So maybe I don't play as much wizards because I don't want to overdo it a little bit. Barbarians, yes. Let's go with the barbarians. Haven't played for them in a moment. But let's just see what we got here today. Looks like we're going to start off with Sabu, level 1 barbarian with 3 attack, 1 defense, 1 spell power, 1 knowledge. Did you know the barbarian heroes start off with the most stats of any hero in the game? 3, 4, 5, 6 stats. Very good. And we got half of that in orcs. So 3 orcs, 15 of the goblins. Basic, or rather advanced pathfinding is all good barbarians start off with. We have the Castle of Weddington, which has the goblins and nothing else. With no resources here on impossible difficulty, I'm guessing that Ergon the Barbarian is going to be a pretty important tactical decision for us to get very soon. I'm going to hope that I can set off and get enough gold to get that second hero. So far, 2,000 gold. That's amazing. That's not a small thing. There's 800 gold, folks. I feel like we just got away with something. Not always can you plan on getting the right amount of resources for these playthroughs, but this time it totally worked. So with this, we now go from half of an army to at least a full army. Even though it's a ragtag group of miscreants, it's still something. I think that with this ragtag group of miscreants, I could continue to go south into the desert area. I can go up the road. The centaurs I don't want any part of. I don't really care about this alchemist lab. I'm the barbarians. What need do I have for alchemy and for mercury? But I do like sawmills, and I do like ore mines. Ah, that's unfortunate. At least we will have to wait until we can get the wolves, but we can't get this gazebo. Let's pick up the gazebo immediately. An old knight appears on the steps of the gazebo. My liege, I will teach you all that I know to aid you in your travels. 1,000 experience. I don't think we actually need the expert pathfinding unless this desert to the south is really going to be that big of a deal. And I don't know the answer. It might be. 100 gold per day, though. That's pretty good. If this is going to be your main hero, though, and right now it might as well be, let's go for the pathfinding. Let's pick up whatever free stuff we can, and then we'll figure out what to do in just a moment. I wish I had 200 more gold just so I could get the well. But right now, well, that's just not going to work for me. I will grab this obelisk real quick. We come upon this obelisk made from a type of stone we have never seen before, staring at it intensely. The smooth surface suddenly changes to an inscription. The inscription is a piece of a lost ancient map. Quickly, you copy down the piece, and the inscription vanishes as abruptly as it appeared. Looks like this is going to be cracked earth, water, maybe a little bit of desert. Hold on. Did we just luck into a really nice start? Does that tree look familiar to anybody? Nope. Wouldn't that have been great? I didn't give you much of a chance to look at it, but trust me, I decided that did not look like our tree. The sounds of combat draw you to a scene of a fight between an old barbarian and an 8-headed hydra. Your timely intervention swings the battle in favor of the man, and he rewards you with a pendant he used to calm his mind for battle. So we're going to be immune to the berserk spells. Actually, really not too bad of an artifact. Not my favorite, but I don't hate it. Looks like it's going to be a necromancer town of Fountainhead, just barely out of our way here. I don't know how valuable this is going to be to take, but until I know what forces are in there, I'm going to ignore it for now. Looks like our sawmill is here to the east. We're going to pick up this treasure. Do you want the free level or do you want the 2,000 gold? 2,000 gold is actually a lot of gold. A lot of gold. Early on, we do need gold. We're going to go for the gold instead of anything else. And it looks like the sawmill is free, which is lovely. We are up to 65 goblins. Pack of dwarves. Folks, we are immediately going to go through this pack of dwarves. For a gold mine, you bet your boots. Don't bet your boots. You're going to be walking around with no boots on, and you're going to look very, very silly. But let's get the well for now, just to make sure that our gold situation's okay. And I think, yeah, we want to pick up wolves pretty quickly. Now that we know that there's a gold mine here, these precious resources and non-precious resources are actually going to be pretty useful. I wish that this treasure chest had already been picked up. I'm still going to take the gold. Still need it. Oh, but look at all these other treasure chests. Because this is right here, and because I might want the experience, I'm going to go off-roading. We're going to go for these piles of gold. We're going to go through this lift, and I don't know if this is the best decision, but that's what we're going to do. I need to know what's over yonder in the lift, and wherever this will take me, I don't know, but I need to find out. Folks, let's fight this fight. Have a lovely time. 23 goblins is far too many to lose. I say that, but when it comes right down to it, 7 orcs are actually not going to do that much damage. They just don't. They just don't. I mean, could you blame them? They do the very best they can, but can they really handle it? I submit to you no. I submit to you no. They're probably gonna have a little bit of a rough go, as it were. No likelihood that these dwarves are gonna get good morale or poor morale. I think I need to leave this stack of 4 alone, because they're gonna kind of take first contact in just a moment or two. So we're gonna skip one more turn at least, maybe more. We're down to 2 stacks of 4, 1 stack of 5. I'm going to let everybody get 1 step closer, and then we're going to spring our trap. Let's go here. And here's the deal. I can oh no, I screwed up. I messed up. It's bad. This is bad. You wanted it to be not like this. All I know is that you didn't want it like this. Unfortunately, because this big sack of goblins is stuck where they can't get out, because of my poor positioning, I'm actually just going to have to skip 1 full turn for everybody and then just take some hits that I didn't really want to take. Feels really, really bad. It's what's going to happen, though. What's going to happen. All right, 3 to 4. We're not going to kill the full stack, I hope. I could try and kill 3 to 5. All right, let's try and kill 3 to 5. We killed 4. It's not great. Not great, but it'll work. Okay. Good, good. And it looks like the orcs aren't going to take any attention. It's going to be all these little dwarves. We're still going to get out of this fight fine. I think that we just took damage from like 3 dwarves total, or maybe 4 dwarves total. Yeah, these losses are still much better. Just not what I had in mind. 300 experience and 1,000 gold per day. You think that that's a good time? I think that's a great time. City of the Dead. Want to recruit some liches? No. Shrine of the Second Circle. Shrine of the Third Circle. I mean, wisdom was always a good idea, but now it just seems obviously good. We'll pick up the wood in a second. We're out of movement points, so this will actually get us 2 additional wood before the day is over, or rather by the end of this week or so. Let's do our single splits again, just in case though. And I'm thinking, I've got a feeling that we're probably going to end up getting Crag Hack, level 1 barbarian. He's going to probably bring these wolves up here soon. And if I'm going to do it tomorrow, I might as well do it right now. The only reason I wouldn't is if I thought I was going to pick up an adobe or a bridge tomorrow, and I don't think I am. Yeah, I don't got the resources for it at the moment. So let's just purchase everybody we can. This is actually a pretty good little stack of troops. I will take it. And the wolves, again, are actually really meant for this centaur fight. Let's pick up this 1,000 experience and see where this will take us. 1,000 experience. Let's go with this navigation. Just because, who knows? Who knows if boats are going to be important. Can we summon a boat here? Yeah, we can. We can build a shipyard. So let's just hold on to that for now and just see where this takes us. Okay. 1,000 gold. Again? That's a lot of gold. Great. And Sabu is going to go through the Lith and find yellow. Wow. What day is it? Day 4? I think that that's way more important, actually. If you can take a whole other castle, that's always going to be more valuable for you than anything. So for now, Sabu's going to stay right here. And as much as I want this ore mine, and oh boy, do I, because you need ore for everything related to these guys, I think that getting a full another castle is always going to be more valuable for me. So let's use Crag Hack to send these troops on over. Crag Hack is going to do his best scouting as he can. We'll just go up and find, I don't know, something. Whatever is around, he will find it. He will definitely stand in the way of Aragon, my main hero, because that's what barbarians do. They're a little bit short-sighted, wouldn't you say? This desert tent is going to be good for us. I mean, I'll pick up some free troops. Yeah, we're gonna head through with max morale due to the Oasis. Well, maybe not max morale. We're gonna head through with a lot of good, solid morale. And we're gonna surprise these enemies. We had the opportunity at picking up ballistics before. Kind of wish we'd done that now. And the fact that we didn't feels a little bit bad. A little bit bad. Basic eagle eye. Really nice. Nice to know never to step there again. Wouldn't you say? A group of tattered tents billowing in the sandy wind beckons you. Do you wish to have the nomads join you during your travels? Yes, I do. 10 nomads. That actually really might turn the tide of victory here. I'll take the gold instead of the experience. Hopefully we take the experience instead of the gold. We will. And there's the ballistics. I'm actually very happy for the ballistics. That is a big deal. Happy to know that my other hero's not too far away. Sabu's going to go north to see whatever he can scavenge off the skeleton and such. 4,700 gold. We're still very far away from ogres. I kind of want to just pick up this statue, even though it takes me further away from some of my other goals, like the adobe. And gold can't be bad. I kind of want to hire this hero. Kind of just did. And if for no other reason than the sprites are going to be very useful, I'm going to hire the sprites. They're going to help me take these centaurs. It's probably either going to be... it's probably going to be... I don't know. Maybe it will be Troyan, day 5. Maybe it'll be Troyan that takes these forces on day 1 and then goes gets my ore mine. This feels bad that we're so far behind in this regard, but I don't know if there's an enemy right on top of me or not. This might be good. This might be nothing. We will see. Okay. All right. Pick up your 800 movement points. A drink at the oasis fills your troops with strength and lifts their spirits. You can travel a bit further today. Lovely. Good to know. Is it enough for us to reach this castle with unknown defenders? Let's find out. Aha. It's even got a mage guild for me. Dispel, haste, cure. Lovely. Could not have planned that any better. I will purchase the well for my own purposes, and we're just going to defend here for the next 2 days. I don't even care. I do not even care. If there's another enemy around, I don't care. Is that a hill fort? That's a hill fort. Folks, your barbarian troops are going to get hill forted right there. Oh, that's lovely. We're not going to need to upgrade the adobe or anything. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Well, you are staying put. Crag Hack is going to continue on his way. I do see this dragon sworded a minion for the +3 attack. It's pretty good. This treasure chest has a telescope. I'll take it. Additional scouting early on, not bad. And then Troyan, I know that she could be the one to fight here, but for now, I need somebody to go up the road and figure out where my enemies might be. Artesian Spring, kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Oh, and I'm glad that I did this because there is, in fact, an enemy, looks like a sorceress, coming down the road. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Why is there so much crystal here? I mean, it's good for barbarians, I suppose. It just feels like they're really trying to help me get Cyclopes. I don't know. I think that taking this castle has given me everything I need. In fact, that's funny because now this alchemist lab makes a lot more sense than it did before. Let's hit intern. We'll lose our sorceress here, but let's get a quick look at who this is. It looks like it's going to be 2 liches. They're going to go first. I'm not going to get a chance to really see who this is, but these forces don't scare me too much. But this does mean that they're taking some of my other free opportunities away from me. I'll come back for that Mercury later. I don't need it for now. We will grab the forces, go to the gazebo, fight this fight, and then sally forth. Crag Hack does need to be aware that if he gets a little too close to this area, he might put himself in a tough position. I do want to know what this Shrine of the First level spell is. It's a curse. Not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. And there's enough free crystal here. I don't know if it's going to get you up to 20, but we're already at 6th. That might be... I don't want to say that's enough, but that's a meaningful and significant amount. By the way, as it is week of the eagle, something like that, I did see a hero just right up here. Crag Hack, you are playing with fire, my friend. Be very careful, sir. Take very good care of yourself. Ah, here they were. There's an enemy right there. And thankfully, we're going to miss them by just that much. I will take the navigation for the moment still here. I just see water. Just thinking about that. Nice to give myself an opportunity. Sabu does not have a spell book to purchase. We do have Mandigal if we want 4 fours to help me take this upcoming fight. No, the sprites should be sufficient, I think. Yeah, sprites are sufficient. And right now, because we know that there's a hill fort not too far away, we don't actually need to purchase... we don't have to worry about whether or not to purchase the orcs. They are a must purchase. They'll be fine to have them because we will upgrade them for free later. Let's make sure our sprites are top of the battlefield so that way they get to go against these horde of centaurs sooner rather than later. And there's no reason to sit by. There's no reason really to wait here either. We picked up sprites, druids, elves, lots of great creatures. I'm happy. Even if it ends up that the enemy finds a way to take this back in a moment, they're going to take it back after we've left behind some other really nice troops. I'm going to have druids here. I'm going to leave behind the 5 wolves. 5 wolves are good, but I just like this goblin stack, nomad stack, and then 3 ranged creatures. It does just feel the very best to me at the moment. Due to speed constraints, we're only 2 speed with the orcs right now. I will go to this hill fort first. I did see the +1 to the attack skill from the mercenary camp, but this still feels like the better choice at the moment. All of the orcs you have in your army have been trained by the battle masters of the fort. Your army now contains orc chieftains. Very good. Very good. This is a lot of forces. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of forces. We did pick up the spell book, so let's go out of our way for the shrine, for the magic garden, and then we'll clear out all this, and I don't know, I guess we'll make room for halflings. We'll see what the losses look like. For some reason, I doubt that the orc chieftains are going to take a majority of the beating there, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll hit end turn. Yellow player's been vanquished. Isn't that who I defeated? That feels great, actually. Ha. That I say, ha. And get the hints. Leave me alone. Never darken my doorstep again. A glorious victory. These losses actually look completely acceptable. I don't think I can lose any less of the sprites. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to accept this. Usually I'm happy to fight fights myself, but in this case, I can see it in my mind's eye that that's about as good of a fight as I can do myself anyway. So I will accept it. Okay, so we got Orc coming down our way. It's going to take several turns in order to pick up the ogres. We are a bit behind in that regard, I suppose you could say, but still, moving on. There was 3 crystal, 6 crystal. Doing okay. We come upon another obelisk. It almost looks like grassy trees. Maybe to the north of this position, maybe a windmill right here. Maybe to the north of this position, there's like green grass up here, and that's where the ultimate artifact is. In fact, the longer I think about it, the more I think that that is actually accurate. I would like one of these crystal mines. Horde of Peasants is really not tough. Really not bad. Then again, I mean, lots of zombies. With these forces? Yeah, with these forces, probably not. Let's do it like this. And then we're just going to have Crag Hack be right in position where he can take these troops first thing in the morning, get the peasants, and we're just going to hero chain just a tiny bit from here to there, take the crystal mine, and then head back south. Meanwhile, Aragon's going to pick up 5 gems. Great. It's going to be a bless spell. Good. Good. Because we don't start off with the bless spell like sorceresses do, this is actually a really nice spell. I'm really happy for it. We should do tons of damage to these halflings. They want to run. I'm going to let them. The experience that we would get from them is not worth the damage we would take. So do we want to pursue and engage them? Negative, Ghost Rider. We do not. We don't want to leave these hobbit holes for just some random passerby. We're going to hire another hero. It is going to be Mandigal on this point. He's going to end up taking the halflings, the boars, and he's going to take these 6-speed wolves to go along with him as he goes and collects these forces. Very good. I'm just fine with everything that's transpired here. You'll ignore the mercenary camp at the moment. Let's see how many halflings this is, and then we'll make a decision about these orcs, or whether it'll be a big stack of halflings that comes on in. Okay. Red Tower. I mean, we've got 5 of the gems. If we can find some additional gems, I'll be feeling much better about my chances. Let's save the gold for the moment. And until we get enough ore, I'm definitely not going to worry about any other new creatures coming in. Wrathmont, purple. They've got bone dragons, liches, centaurs. Okay. It's always feeling great when the enemy has these top tier creatures and I don't. It just feels like they're doing something right. I can do nothing but be awed at the power of their forces. How amazing they are. How wily and crafty they are. What big cheaters they are. I don't know how you did this, but you totally found a way to cheat the system. Oh, and this time we do lose one of the druids. I think I can actually prevent that. Maybe? Let's see. Heck, I will curse this top stack so that the minimum damage. I'm just going to assume that if I attack most everybody else, we'll find a way to avoid damage here. This is one of those times where if you criticize me and say that playing with the auto battle on in this regard is bad for me, I will actually agree with you. I will actually agree. By the way, we didn't save a druid. Whoops. We tried. We did the very best we could, and for that, I'm grateful. There is another sawmill over there. I don't really need wood. We got 17 wood at the moment. Unless I'm planning on going sailing very, very quickly. I'm just not going to worry about it. Shrine of the Third Circle. Interesting stuff. By the way, 54 halflings, 85. Tell you what, I'm gonna swap out the orc chieftains for the halflings. They're 3-speed creatures either way. Either way, they're 3-speed creatures. And just because at this point I'm kind of, I don't know, kind of wanting to invest more in sorceress troops than barbarian troops, I'm gonna pick up this gold, or rather this crystal garden there, worth 1,000 gold. And let's see if we can get that alchemist lab that's nearby. That's probably going to be the very most important thing for us at this current moment. Craghack is the main hero. He's the better hero, but he's also further away. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. So I'm going to send Sabu south, try and manage his way through, not mummies, but through these other forces. It only saves you like 1 or 2 steps, but every little bit might matter. +1 on the attack. Rathmont is coming. I do want to get up the road. I gotta see if there's an enemy coming before they actually hit me. I just need to know. Where are you? Okay. Do the swap here. If I could take the boars, I would. It's -2 morale. That's pretty bad. If I swap out here or here, then you are better off. If I swap out here, then you get the best of both worlds with morale. Losing 10 nomads is kind of a big deal, but we'll just try and shoot everybody down before they actually get to us. That's really going to be the plan. So let's do that for now. Let's stay away from some of these ranged fights. Those will actually hurt a little bit more than we would like for them to. I'm going to ignore the Tree of Knowledge at the moment. We find another ore mine. That's actually important. It's actually really important because as far behind as we are on ore, that could be a big difference maker. Okay. Okay. Dobie, perfect. We're there. And remember, we're still looking for 5 gems so we can get into our unicorns. I will pick up the tavern, even though it's kind of costly on wood. Yeah, even though it's kind of costly on wood, just so that way I can get dwarves in a moment or two. The end of the world is near. How dare you? How dare you threaten me with a good time? Nobody my age expects anything good to happen. Ever again. Oh, we found Chandler. We found the Red Necromancer Castle. Maybe one of the Red Necromancer Castles, but a Red Necromancer Castle. Very interesting. Very interesting. I feel like this road is going to take us right into that path. I need to do more scouting. Let's have Mandigal check out this area. He's going to ignore the +1 because I just don't need that. That's just not a priority. And while it's nice to get scouting with a really strong hero, I do not want to run into an enemy that's way too tough for me, so we're going to play this conservatively on this side of the map. A brief roadside encounter with a small caravan and a game of Knucklebones wins a magic pendant. Its former owner says that it protects from Necromancer's death spells. We're doing okay on that. I will pick up Rockhaven. I will try and keep this artifact away from enemies, and then we're probably just going to circle back into this area. Back home to Zabrin. Maybe we pick up Fountainhead, and we'll see from there. Okay. This fight, it's a horde of skeletons. It's actually a bit more than I thought it was initially, but these are 17 orcs. 17 orcs are pretty good. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. And I mean, the goblins stack is not bad. But if you lose this fight, you feel very silly. 17 orcs is actually a bunch, though. It's a bunch. Orcs are going to do it. Yeah, losses don't look great, but maybe with some clever positioning, we can make this go a little bit better, actually. So for now, I'll just put the wolves here. I want them to be able to freely move without any issues. This stack of goblins is going to go down just one moment. We don't have to worry about morale or anything like that. If the orcs attack here, do we kill a full stack? We do. I will kill the full stack that's closest to doing damage to us. We will wait this turn on the wolves. I will lose this single goblin stack so that we can do a retaliation-less fight here. Kill 3 to 7 of the skeletons. We kill a couple. Oh, that feels great. Now that is a nice moment there. And with this other single stack, we might have the opportunity to avoid issues as the wolves try and do some work. So this is perfect, folks. Skeletons are going to go after the wolves. We're going to attack this stack here. They're going to die on this retaliation. Goblins are going to get the biggest first shot off. We kill 3 to 4, down to 5, down to 7. Wolves don't take a loss. 5 goblins lost. Easy peasy, 200 experience. And that is 1 mercury per day. Very nice. Do you still worry about this enemy? Are they going to come this way? Or are they going to go that way? I don't know. I think that we're going to lose Crag Hack in just a second. Bit of a shame, really. He's been a good hero. Is he going to get the chance to go first? No, he's immediately going to go down. So he's a level 3 hero, but remember, he only picked up experience based off these 2 gazebos, so I'm not saying it's good or bad. Maybe I just don't care as much as I should. Maybe I'm not valuing him as much as I should. See, it's day 5. We're still going to be forever far away from Mercury. We have 8 Mercury, but we do have 21 Crystal. We might even try and just trade for the Cyclopes with this trading post. That might be best for us. Still got to get the bridge. 20 ore, that's too much. There's no way we're picking up another 20 ore, even with 4 ore per day here on day 5. Maybe we find a big stack somewhere. Maybe. 6 of the Liches. I think that this red Necromancer castle might be a real castle. It might have been like a starting castle because that's actually a pretty big fighting force. Surprisingly. Huh. Don't know what to think about that. That's a little bit interesting. A little bit interesting. Okay, folks. Where are these forces going to go? The Wolves have got good morale. If they get good morale right now, I'm going to be pretty sad. I don't think it's possible, though. I don't think that they will. This terrain, I think that they can barely slip through, so I'm just going to put the Boars right here. No good morale. Lovely. I will bless the Halflings. 85 Halflings should take down all the Wolves without too many issues. We do kill all 5 of the Orcs. Great. And then, oh, because the Goblins are still 1 full additional moment away, let's just wait. Yeah, we'll just play this very conservatively. And we'll get out of this fight that way. Again, lots of water, navigation or estates. Spell power, though, for a barbarian, +1 spell power. Really nice. I think that with the gold mine and 2 castles, I'm going to go for the navigation. You're not wrong. It's still fairly early in the game. Week 2, day 6. It's still pretty early. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if you went, you know, if you went for the estates. But this is the direction I'm going to go. Is this a gem mine? Is this a gem mine? It is. We got to fight this fight. I will take the Ankh because it's here. A fierce windstorm reveals the entrance to a buried tomb. Your investigation reveals that the tomb has already been looted, but the thieves overlooked an Ankh on a silver chain in the dark. That will increase the effectiveness of our animate spells and also our animate dead spells. Folks, why is basic wisdom so lovely at this point in the game? Picking up wisdom on our main hero from this witch's hut solves a lot of our problems. All of our late game scaling problems, we don't have a problem anymore. In fact, I would argue that the Knights and the Barbarians kind of get the best of both worlds, more so than Warlocks and Wizards and so on and so forth. Because you're always going to get the might-based stats, which are always going to be effective for you. And it's really easy with just 1 lucky dice roll to get wisdom, the one thing that you miss most of the time with the might heroes. Whereas the wizards and such, the spellcasters, they don't have the opportunity to, in 1 fell swoop, get an additional 10 attack and 10 defense. So really, this covers up my 1 weakness for this barbarian exceptionally well. For other spellcasters and such, they don't just get that opportunity like I do. I think the ballistics with Mandigal +1 attack. I love this artifact, True Compass Mobility. By land or by sea, a lot of good opportunities there. But instead, he's going to go south. I do see these goblin huts. Let's get a big stack of those, if at all possible. Same here. 7 up to 12. I'll take it. And I don't think that these rangers are a good idea. Is there a hero with... No. There's no hero with additional troops there. But I do wonder... I don't think that using gold for the garbage heap is a good idea. Definitely going to wait on the Adobe and the Stick Hut. Mage Guild's out. It's... we would have to get enough resources today. We would have to get 20 ore by the end of today. There's just no way, right? Gotta keep the crystal. You want the gems. Now that you've got basic wisdom, you want all those resources? Yeah. The chance of getting Cyclopes this week is... Even if you could get there, you would have no resources left and you would barely make it. I don't think that we're even going to be close enough to say that we're going to barely make it. So let's just play conservatively. Let's save up for this ranger fight because this +3 and this +1 are really nice. Let's head back. It's almost a new week. And then we'll see where we go from there. On we go. Nice that the enemies are leaving us alone. Have you noticed? This is going to be 26 goblins, 50 goblins, 78 goblins. If the enemy picks that up first before we get there, you're having a real bad time. Real bad time. Lots of these rangers. I feel like we got to fight this fight. We want the gems. We need the gems. This will make sure that we can get phoenixes by next week, assuming we get just a little bit more mercury, which, by the way, there's some right there. So those losses aren't going to be great, but let's do this. 27 of the halflings. That's actually way better than I thought it was going to be. Because my fast elves and druids and such, I suppose. I suppose I could even haste. Hold on. If I haste these boars, I can take out one additional stack of rangers. Let's do that. More than a bless or something. Let's do that. That'll eliminate one full stack of rangers. Let's kill 5 of these rangers at the top. Yep, that's 10 halflings. Yeah, we saved, just with that one spell, we saved a couple of halflings. I'm okay with that. A-okay with that. 5 rangers and no boars were lost. 18 halflings, we'll take it. We'll definitely take this gem mine for a barbarian. I know we just picked up the +1 spell power, but these orcs, that's another ranged fight that I just don't want to take. Do not want to take that fight. The losses would not be looking too good. We're going to take the experience here. Diplomacy. I'll take the diplomacy and the +1 defense skill. I don't even hate this endless carnivore. I really don't. I just still feel like we're fairly far away, unfortunately. As I said before, though, it's day 7. Let's take all of our slow troops. We'll put them into the garrison, so we'll have 6-speed wolves in the army first thing in the morning. We're probably going to purchase everybody, and then we're actually going to send them through the Liths just to get to this hill fort. We will come back with orc chieftains and such presently. I am going to hire one more hero here. Let's make it Joe Josh. He comes with a couple of orcs anyway. And even though I don't really want him to be very slow, I do want him to grab some of these other forces. He goes to here, he'll get to here. Yeah. Okay. We'll send him south as far as he can go. And he's going to try and take as many of these forces back up. Because Mandigal doesn't really want to fight in the swamps. Even if there's an enemy over there he could defeat, it's going to be a new week. They're going to have too much growth. I don't want to put myself in the position where my enemies at home are a little too strong for me. And I had the opportunity and I didn't take it to stop them from being a problem. So here we are. Here we are. Red still being crazy. It's a new week. Ranger growth is up by 5. Good thing we took out those rangers beforehand. Hey, Pacha. On to new things here. Got plenty of gold. Purchasing 10 ogres and 10 orc chieftains did not hurt me at all, which feels great. By the way, we're still missing sulfur. We are still missing... That's it. Just sulfur. We're just missing sulfur at the moment. But I'm not too worried about that. If we need to trade for one resource, that's usually fairly doable. Trading for more is a bit more of an issue. But for now, we'll take this. Zombies want to run. We're not going to let them. They're free experience. That's a couple of more gems. I do see this oracle. I hope I can pick this up soon. I am a little bit concerned. I really don't want any enemies to cause me grief. Let's do this. Let's go to here. So then Joe Josh can actually kind of backtrack that way. We'll keep the one wolf. Yeah, we'll keep the one wolf. And then Mandigal is going to go up the road into the forest. Maybe not that far. And then Joe Josh can slowly work his way back to this hill fort so we can combine the forces. In case you didn't notice, it's 103 goblins in this stack. That's actually pretty good. Pretty good. What are the enemies doing, though? There's somebody. So I wanted this. Barak looks a little bit tougher than I really want to handle. Vision spell. Now, that is an interesting spell if you got a spell book. +1 mercury. It looks like the enemy yellow sorceress has cleared all this out. Spiked shield. Lots of mummies. More than I want to deal with at the moment, but maybe after Sabu comes on through, it won't be nearly so bad. We'll see. Okay. All right, Sabu, go get upgrades. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. And, oh, since you're up here, he might as well get the Bless spell and the Magic Garden. It's not too far away. Folks, for the first time, nestled among the trees sits a blind seer. After you explain the intent of your journey, the seer activates his crystal ball, allowing you to see the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents. So we are the only player without high quality troops. It looks like, yeah, red and purple are doing exceptionally well. With bone dragons, I guess that the wizards are still lagging behind a little bit. I anticipate I have the most... No. See, I thought that as the orange player to have the most income. I do not. Somehow I'm still very, very low despite 2 castles and a... 2 castles? I got the most number of towns with 1 town. And I got the most number of castles. There must be so many gold mines on this map. That's crazy. I've got the best hero at the moment. If everybody else stays a spellcaster, I will be the best hero. The Necromancers can give me a little bit of a run for my money. But the fact that I've got the 2nd highest kingdom army strength is actually surprising. I'm actually surprised at that. Otherwise, we're doing good or better. We're in the top quartile according to this here. So I am happy with everything we see. I'm good for it. Any complaints? Any worries? No, there's not. Let's continue on. Glorious victory. I think I can do this fight just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Okay, so I've noticed something. Have you noticed? Because I've noticed. Have you noticed that we've just stumbled upon 3 gem mines? Do you think that there's a wizard somewhere nearby? Do you think the map designer would do that? That they would just leave gem mines laying around for funsies, unless there was like a reason for it? I'm afraid that there's a reason for it. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm afraid that there's so many gem mines because something wicked this way comes. It could be incorrect, but the problem is we're not going to know until it's potentially too late. This is why we buy the scouts. This is why we send the gold with the heroes to see what we can find. Okay, combining forces here. Goblins. I will let Joe Josh combine the goblins first thing in the morning, but I really want Joe Josh to pick up this observation tower, and then we'll see. Okay, dwarves guard the pass. Yeah, this is impassable terrain. Okay. Okay. All right. Sulfur. For the first time, we do see sulfur. Horde of goblins. We might do a little bit of a hero chain to make this happen, actually. Let's plan on doing that in just a moment or two. We are 1 day away from the fenced meadow. Let's just hit intern. By the way, Crag Hack is back in the tavern. Did you see that? It's nice of him to join us. Hello, my friend. I don't know if it's worth picking him up. He's got the navigation. Advanced navigation for a barbarian, not to mention the pathfinding. I just don't have a job for him at the moment. How much wood do I have? I have 0 wood. So getting onto the water is kind of a long shot. I don't know. It's a bit rough at the moment. Tell you what, let's just kind of do these first things first, and then we'll figure it out. So Aragon's got the goblins. That's going to help us with this fight. 200 goblins. We should try to push tempo. We've got tempo right now. We should actually push into the enemy's territory more than we should stay back and play defensive. That's not how true barbarians play. Barbarians are not defensive creatures. They are wily. They are crafty. They are angry at the world, and they want to get right in your face before your dragons get any bigger. We'll go here. I think that the halflings are going to take the brunt of this damage. Please don't lose your turn. Whew. Whew. Blessed halflings are going to kill 7 mummies. That's a bunch. That is pretty okay to me. 2 to 3 from the druids. I might end up blessing this goblin sack. So these 8 are going to go. $200 goblins are probably just going to kill 9. I'll just take the damage here. I will take the damage from 4 mummies. It's going to be 4 goblins. That's going to be another 1 goblin. Yeah, we lost a turn on the halflings. It does feel bad, but can't do much about it. If I haste, I might be able to get... Well, if I haste, the goblins are going to get to go again. I know that we have very, very few spell points, but I'm going to do this. I just want to make sure that the goblins get their chance to mitigate losses. For 3 spell points, it feels good. 5 goblins goes down. Basic logistics. Let's take the basic logistics. And folks, as our prize, we come upon a bridge spanning a dry gully. Before you can cross it, a troll steps out from under the bridge and demands payment before it will permit you to pass. You refuse, and the troll charges, forcing you to slay it. You take its spiked shield as a trophy. +2 attack, +2 defense. This is one of the coolest artifacts in the game. Like, all things considered, this is a really cool artifact because it makes you so much better in not one but two ways. I really love this artifact. I really do. Troyan the Sorceress. Didn't we... Have I threatened you before? I feel like I have. Seeing this artifact, +4 knowledge. We are already out of spell points. This is a huge boon. And this will help us go in a general direction that could help us. We do have the expert pathfinding. The swamp isn't going to bother us at all. Let's go in this direction. Let's get the rangers, let's get the compass, and we'll get compass and down, and then that means that we can send Jojosh actually to the north, because I think that Aragon is happy with these forces he currently has. Yeah, let's go north with Aragon so we can help resupply Sabu, because Sabu is very close to the resupply here. Give me the bless spell. What? You don't have a spell book? All right, that's fair. I didn't want you to have a spell book anyway. I don't know why I picked the halflings. I definitely don't need that. But we're going to grab this hill fort. It's going to be maybe 2 turns when Jojosh can reach. Then Jojosh is going to rush for this sawmill. Still a good idea to pick up the sawmill, even if it's not the most immediate pressing need. Like, we still need wood. We only have 1 wood at the moment. There's another free sawmill over here, though. Yeah, we'll go out of our way. I know that we're about to clear out these goblins with Aragon in a second, but it's actually going to be much faster to go now rather than wait for that force to be cleared. Okay, that's the end of day 3. Pretty good day 3. Up to the bridge, we'll take it. Suppose I could get Crag Hack just to use the trolls. Clear out rangers. Lots of rangers. If I had a shield spell, I would actually fight with just trolls against the rangers in 1 stacks, and I think I'd win. Well, maybe not. Crag Hack's got 1 spell power, 1 knowledge, so you'd get 3 casts, and you would just have to hope that the rangers weren't going to do enough damage through the shield, reducing damage by 50%, so that they could heal back up to full. You'd have to hope that lots of rangers are not going to do 80 points of damage per round, and then half that with the shield down to 40. I think that that's kind of a tall order. Even with 2 defense, yeah, kind of a tall order. So we will wait for now. Crag Hack, I'm aware that you're here. I might end up using you later. Right now, no, sir. I won't do it again. Not today. Not today. Sabu's got to get back home. Jojosh can pick up the water wheel and I think still reach. Yeah, I think he can still reach in this. And so then if I could get the 4 other orcs upgraded, I would. But even so, I think we're going to send everybody else over, including the nomads. This is still going to be a really good fighting force. I'm very happy for it. Okay. All things are good. This is all good. There's no part of this situation right now that's going bad for me. I can't think of a single thing that sucks, except for the fact maybe that the enemies have really nice things like, oh, I don't know, bone dragons. But you know what? You play rough, you expect to get hurt. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. And the long and short of it is that the idea was that you play rough, you expect to get hurt. That's what the chorister of the band told me. Pretty much what happened. Pretty much what happened. I will yet again haste these boars. I don't know if this is the most tactically advantageous thing, but it feels pretty good. It feels fairly worth my time, especially knowing that there is some morale issues. I could lose morale here and here and here, and at least this way I know that one of the stacks is taken care of. That's something. It's not great, but anyway, these halflings, they are fairly well exhausted. I don't anticipate that they're going to last too much longer. It's okay. It's okay. It'll work. 6 down to 0. Good. Losses are going to be fine. We will use the halflings up here. I don't care if the boars lose 1. Are they going to take 4 damage in return? Looks like it's a hard no. And we're going to get out of this fight. 2 and 29. Not great, but for this artifact, the true compass of mobility, I will take it. An old man claiming to be an inventor asks you to try his latest invention. He then hands you a compass. By land or by sea, I will have more movement points, and that feels great. I did pick up the vision spell. We'll see if that's useful. I wonder if these horde of goblins will join us or not. I'm very intrigued to find out. Is it more important to go this direction and pick up the knowledge? Or is it more important to go here, and then through here? If we're going to go through the archers anyway, I don't think it matters. If we're going to go through the archers, I don't think it matters. Okay, it's day 4. Red Tower, we are still 4 mercury away and tons of ore. We are so far away on ore. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need 50 units of ore to upgrade the pyramid and the other creatures. I would still have gone for the bridge and for the adobe. I still think that that was still worth my time. Oh, unless we miss out on both. Unless we miss out on the Phoenixes this week. If we miss out on the Phoenixes this week, I will feel dumb and I will say that the Troll Bridge was not worth it. Otherwise, I think I can still do it. Day 4, we're getting 4 ore a day. We got 11 right now. I think we can find a little bit more ore. Let's find a little bit more ore. For the first time, I see blue. Looks like purple players taking my orange town. It looks like red. Somebody was dealing damage right here. Somebody just took out somebody right here. Yeah, blue's coming for green. Is this Rebecca? I don't know. It looks like everybody is all over the place. Nobody knows who's strong and who's weak at the moment. That suits me fine. This works just as well for me. Unless I want this to develop a little bit more. I just really want to get this artifact. I will forego sulfur. If I can only choose one, the knowledge or the sulfur, I'd rather have the knowledge right now. So I'm going to go get that just in case I need to peel off and go fight some other fights in some other quarter of the world. Losses look fine. 8 goblins. I will take it. It's okay. And we come upon or across the remains of an ancient druid. Bones yellowed with age peer from the ragged folds of her robe. Searching the robe, you discover a scroll hidden in the folds. +4 knowledge. Pretty big. Wouldn't you say? There's 7 ore. That was part of the plan, was that we find a little bit more ore on the adventure map. If we could find one more, just a little smidgen, I'll be really happy. You encounter the infamous Black Knight. After a grueling duel ending in a draw, the knight, out of respect, offers you a pair of armored gauntlets. Very good. The soldiers living in the fort teach you a few new defensive tricks. Very good. And a visit and a prayer at the local temple raises the morale of your troops. All things are good. This is all very good. Very good. Purple is coming up the road, though. Purple is coming up the road. I'm just a little bit concerned. What I'm going to do is this. I'm actually going to rally whatever forces I can from Zabrin, which is actually a pretty good amount. We will go up the road and we will actually stop Barak if at all possible. I don't want him to spy this castle because then the enemy will know it's there and then they will focus on it. That would be a little bit too much for me to handle. And since we are coming back into this area, we will pick up Fountainhead. We will pick up... It's day 5. We'll grab Fountainhead. We'll go through the Demon Cave. We'll probably end here on day 7. And then we will head north with whatever troops we can. I'm probably going to upgrade the Orc Chieftains if I got the resources for it. I'm going to wait at the moment. And then we'll go from there. Right now we have access to the pyramid. I've got my sights set on Phoenixes. Or don't fail me now. Oh, Mangal got a little too aggressive in the grasslands. The meadow seemed very nice to him, very pristine, very peaceful, very calm, cool, collected. And then bam, out of nowhere. Sandra the Necromancer, 2 attacks, 0 defense. Not a good hero. We're just going to run. I don't want him to pick up the experience. Fox, why don't you just hit Q and end the battle? If we run, he does not get 500 experience for defeating an enemy hero. So it's actually always better to run if you can. Always. Maybe that's another reason why you should always use a tier 6 creature to go explore. Sounds good anyway. Oh, we lost some more. Day 6. We actually lost some more. That's actually not a small thing. We got plenty of gold. Don't worry about that. Let's hold on. Let's purchase everybody. Yeah, even the dwarves. I will purchase everybody today. Even the dwarves, because we can upgrade them later. And we will do it just like this. All sorceress creatures, shooters at the top and bottom. No upgrades at the moment. I will pick up this magic spell book. Haste, curse, good spells, good spells. And yeah, let's go get our ore mine back. We can get that in 3 days. I wish we could get a little bit quicker, but it looks like the answer is no. Okay. And Fountainhead, fight a fight. 6 goblins, 3 of the wolves against 3 vampires. These losses don't seem quite acceptable. I have no idea who the vampires are going to go for. I'm just going to skip here. I think that the vampires are not going to focus the Orc Chiefs. They do. I'm very surprised. I did not think that they would focus the Orc Chiefs. Huh. Okay, well, overall, I think that we're going to lose less forces if we do it this way. Do a couple skips. Ogre Lords are going to kill this whole stack, no problems. And then the Orcs are going to take out these zombies slowly but surely. One more fight. And get out of here. Okay. Ooh, a second hero with Wisdom, or do you want the Archery? Even with the 37 Orc Chieftains, I think that you're still going to get more value at this point in the game with Wisdom, because you don't know who Sabu is going to have on his army. Like, you don't know. He could have a whole bunch of nobodies. He could have a somebody. We just don't know what he's going to have. So let's play it safe and just know that spells are always going to be valuable. The entrance to the cave is a dark and foul, sulfurous smelling place. From the cave issues these grotesque smells, and your senses are bombarded with everything gross and ugly, and you hate it. Will you enter the cave? Yes, I will. You find a powerful and grotesque demon in the cave. Today, it rasps. You will fight and surely die, but I will give you the choice of deaths. You may fight me, or you may fight my servants. Do you want to fight the servants? Yeah. 400 experience, 2,500 gold. Back home. There we go. All right, lots of archers is not inconsequential. I'm going to fight him. 6 goblins. Fine, that's great. We will pick up the archery, and we will be grateful for it. With so many ranged creatures, that's actually really great. We'll pick up the crystal mine. And with 1,400 movement points, I see no reason why I ought not to take out Troyanne. She'll just be a thorn in my side. If I don't, I'll pick up the full experience there. I don't think I need the Mercury at all. I don't. But I do need the ore, just to make sure I can make this tomorrow. So this hero is going to get a bit of a reprieve. I will path through the Tree City. It looks like it's completely inconsequential. There's Zanzibar. So we got 2 blue players, 1 green player. I might be getting attacked here. The fact that I don't know who this blue player is a little bit concerning. We do have the spell points and such. If we need to run, we will run. But I think I'm a pretty good hero. Let's hope for the best and plan for the worst. Whew. Blues decided to not push the issue. Very good. Very good. Alrighty. And it's not going to be day 7 when Sabu gets back, but he's going to be fairly close. Tyro is actually a good hero. Pack of archers, pack of the veteran pikemen, several of the master swordsmen, several of the paladins even. Pretty good force. Don't hate it. But he's going to let us be for now. So we will pick up these standing stones. We have found a group of druids worshipping in one of their strange stone edifices. Silently, they teach us new ways to cast spells. By the way, we're at 26 ore, so we have to go in this direction. We are not going to let 14 goblins join us for 2,000 gold. Yes, we have a lot of gold. I don't think that this is worth it. Not worth it. They're better off as experience. And this additional 10 ore is immediately going to say, folks, let's get this red tower. Be grateful for everything that we've been given at this point. Plus 2 ore per day. And I'm going to go right back to Zanzibar. I'm going to see if I can take this castle. Yeah, Ambrose is a knight. So the attack and defense is going to be kind of good. If I didn't have ballistics and if I didn't have archery, I would not be fighting this fight. So ballistics, archery, ranged creatures. You got to have the ballistics to get the 172 goblins into the army, into the castle. You got to have the druids and the halflings and such to do ranged damage until you can get in. Visions only gives me neutral information. We got a curse, we got a bless, we got a haste. I would love a magic well anywhere nearby. Do other castles have magic wells nearby? Not really. With 22 wood, it's time to get a Thieves Guild. Doesn't really matter where we pick it up. Let's pick it up here. Wait. It does matter. Well, we can pick it up first thing in the morning, really. Is there any other purchases we need to make here? Tell you what, let's get this upgraded stick hut for now, because I know I'm going to want to bring these orcs with me on the road. Yeah, but we'll do that for now. And then we'll just see where this takes us. Lots of gargoyles. Look, somebody's got to fight them. And if I go through them, I might be able to reach Barak. Looks like I'll be able to reach him first thing in the morning anyway. Lots of gargoyles. You could lose a lot of forces there. We're going to play it safe. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to pick this guy up first thing in the morning. And there's a lot of action right here. Let's hit end turn and see what happens. So blue takes that little necromancy hamlet. Red is kind of stuttering around. One red hero gets into the boat. Purple stays in their castle. in my barbarian castle that they stole from me. I'm gonna fight this fight. I don't know if this is a great idea or not, but we're gonna end up finding out pretty soon. Let's go for a Thieves Guild. Just to see. Yeah, nope, maybe some additional goblins, but that's pretty much it. And by the way, best hero, it is Ambrose. Ambrose is the best hero for the enemy, and Tyro. So we've seen both of those. That's Tyro, that's Ambrose. Several, and who knows what. If you win this fight, you're a genius. If you lose this fight, you're an idiot. Don't have the spell points really to fight this fight. Like, really, we don't. And if you get too much closer, they're going to be able to rocket back and attack you. We're going to save that fight till the end. Let's fight this fight because I think I'm got much better chances at winning. Okay, enemy surrendered. Let's see if we can do any better. Yeah, these are all tier 1 creatures. Pretty bad. If nothing else, this is worth the gold and another opportunity to get some additional nice forces. 0 attack, 0 defense, 7 spell power, 5 knowledge. Barak is a pretty good spellcaster. If he's got a cold ray or a lightning bolt, he's got at least 3 of each of those. 23 spell points, so he doesn't have 4 cold rays, but he could have 3. Likewise, he could have 3 lightning bolts. Many magic arrows, but the battle losses didn't make it seem like that was very possible. Sprites are going to get in here. I actually kind of want to start dealing with these goblins, so that way sprites can go in and do damage. I need to mute my mic. The AI heard me. Am I getting stream sniped by the AI? That's lame. I don't think skeletons can reach me here. I do want to take out 1 full stack though. Wherever possible, taking out full stacks is actually important. Goblins go up to defend. I don't love that. Do not love that at all. We don't have any spells ourselves, really. I don't think that any of those spells are going to matter. Let's kill 4 to 6 of the centaurs. We kill most of them. 1 HP, well, 2 HP left. I will end up skipping on these unicorns. Dwarves are taking a bit of damage. Lightning bolt onto the druids, and then the enemy runs. Interesting that they waited till then to run. Because you got a couple more lightning bolts. I guess I'll take it. All right. Sabu is heading home. Grabbing everybody. Don't grab the ogres just yet. Don't grab the goblins. I don't think goblins are as good here. I think you want the trolls. And I think you do want the 6-speed nomads and the 6-speed wolves. I think that's actually a really interesting and unique fighting force. I'll take the wolves. I'll leave everybody else. And let's go get crazy. Let's ignore stuff here. Unless you want to go pick up this really quickly. This is +4 attack. That's +4 attack. That is a big deal. Let's go do that. It's +4 attack. That makes every other fight in the future go so much better. Why am I still struggling with this decision? Okay, let's think about this. So a few is 1 to 4, several is like up to 9. This is probably 2 weeks worth of growth on these guys. This is probably 8. This is probably 8 magi. And you have no idea about how many other forces are here. If you wait, you're going to get phoenixes. If you lose, you just rehire. And you lose 172 goblins. Ooh, scary. You know, I think it's worth a shot. And even if I lose, I've got game plans. This will just be a fast travel back to Zabrin. Let's give it a shot. I think we lose. No, we win. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, it's 6? So there's a moat. Is there a left turret, right turret? Yeah, there's a left turret, right turret, and a moat. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but we'll take it, I guess. It's gonna be a slow onto the goblins. Interesting. So Ambrose the Knight, he's got no spell casting other than the slow, but 2 attack, 2 defense. I guess it's because my archery. Oh, look at this. Yeah, my attack skill with 8 attack skill, my ranged damage is still gonna be super good. So let's go for these magi right off the bat. Kill 2 to 3. We kill 2. We got to deal with the rocks. We'll kill maybe 2. 1. Kill 1. Goblins are just going to sit right here. I could counteract that spell with a haste. I choose not to at the moment. 1, 2. So rocks are handled. Somebody's got to deal with the boars. We kill 1 to 4. The halflings have the best day of their life and they kill 4 boars. That was great. Good work. Nice job, folks. Nice job. And then these 3 boars, whatever's left here. Oh, it will be 4. These 4 boars, I guess they're probably going to attack the goblins if I had to guess. They do. Okay. All right. At this point, because you just bloodlusted your magi, I feel very strongly inclined to bless my own druids, just so I can for sure take out 3 of you here. And even so, this will still be useful long term because the druids are going to be the best fighting force against the golems in a second or two. I could waste some damage onto the peasants, or I could finish off the magi. Goblins are going to handle this pretty effectively. Let's just take out the magi. And then we'll see about the halflings working on these peasants. Great. Perfect. Perfect. Now, at this point, this is very important. We're going to back up. We're going to hit skip. 1, 2. Hey, we got mandatory skipping. We're going to back up just a little bit. Take the damage. Enemy's going to come out to play. And we're just manipulating the AI at this point. It's going to be a bless onto the goblins when it's their turn. If they get to take their turn, depending on morale. We will lose 2 of the boars, just so we don't have any retaliation problems. Down to 4. Down to 2. We don't even need to do the bless. We just got him. So the enemy does not run. It costs us 88 of the goblins. Even that was fine. 1,700 experience. And we get the wizard castle. And I believe that this is the wizard castle. If I had to guess, I would say that this is probably the one. Did you notice here? Logistics is great. But if you don't have leadership as your final skill slot, Aragon just became an awesome hero. Green player's been vanquished. We're going to walk right into this castle. We are fairly close to getting a cloud castle. I think we're going to pick up a cloud castle by the end of this week. And we might just pair giants and phoenixes. We might not even do more than that. But all of a sudden, folks, we're going to go back. We're going to hire Crag Hack, level 3 hero. It's looking really nice for us. We're going to give him a spell book. And he's going to bring up phoenixes first thing in the morning. But for now, we're going to wait because we're getting an extra 6k gold. We're going to bring up all these troops in just one moment. So he is ready to go. He's locked in. He's feeling like $1,000,000. And in the meantime, Aragon is going to stay here and recoup all the spell points up to 50. And then we'll figure it out from there. Great. What a great day that was. Whew. Whew. Even if we lost, though, like we had the recourse, it was worth the shot because if you get it, you feel like a genius. If you lose that fight, you still got phoenixes coming and you'll be fine. Charity. We do want to run away from Charity. It's funny how all the other enemies just did so poorly. Like the Necromancers are big and scary and Charity is somehow like Necromancers are incredible, but we've already defeated yellow. We already defeated green. Yeah, it's just crazy how the Necromancers are really the powerful ones here. I don't know if that was intended. I don't know if that was the way that the scenario was supposed to go or not. I have no idea. Okay, upgrades. Let's go Phoenixes, because of course. I will go for the upgraded elves, 6 elves. Even though there's elves out here and it will be very difficult to upgrade them. I'd rather have 6 grand elves than 9 elves, I think. Close though. We may never upgrade druids. I just don't know if I'm going to have the time for it. And tell you what, I kind of want to trade. If I've got anybody nearby that the trading post, I didn't want to do that to Sabu. He still has stuff to do. Do I have any other opportunities? I'm going to send Aragon out. I'm going to go get Tyro before too much else happens here. Let's consider this. Boars are back. Rocks are in. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have no gold. That's right. We have no gold. I'm going to assume that Tyro can't reach us because there's no way he's got pathfinding and logistics like we do. So we're going to pick up the knowledge. We're going to grab this gold mine and we're going to hope that there's no blue hero like right here or right there. And then we will swing back, grab the forces, and then go. But what does that mean for Crag Hack? Does that mean that Crag Hack waits one more day to get unicorns and these other forces? I don't think so. I think we just send him with what he's got. Force speed creatures, yeah. I think that's what we do. Give up Rockhaven. Hope the charity doesn't come our way. Start to go south so that way we don't lose any forces. And it's got to be Aragon that grabs this, and then we have to start trending our way up. to try and head off Charity if she goes up this road, which I feel like she will. Okay, on to a new day. Yep, purple's taking that castle. I don't know if purple and red are allied. Could you imagine if they were allied and I just didn't know it until now? That'd actually be kind of crazy. Glorious victory. I don't know why you just lost 5 wolves. Feels like a lot. I'd rather lose the nomads more than anybody else, by the way. Here? Yeah, I'm so confused. How do you lose 5? There you go. There's the wolves. There's the wolves. So 7 of the rangers goes down. Yeah, okay. It's just the losses, 5 and 2. Can't escape that. I will pick up the ballistics. We've already seen the value of ballistics, being able to get your forces into a castle. The AI will actually shift their priorities if you are able to knock down the walls. As you are walking along a narrow path, a nearby bush suddenly bursts into flames. Before your eyes, the flames become the image of a beautiful woman. She holds out a magnificent sword to you, plus 3 attack from the Dragon Sword of Dominion. Very nice artifact. We will cruise on up here, grab this Giant's Flail of Dominion as well for another +1. A clumsy giant has killed himself with his own flail. Knowing your superior skill with this weapon, you confidently remove the spectacular flail from the fallen giant. Excellent. Could not have asked for any better. There's a gazebo along the way. Rather than go up and around, I kind of want to go down and around. Heck, I kind of want to just take Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye, in this case, for a secondary hero, actually doesn't feel bad. Funny enough. There's that shield I was wanting earlier. But yeah, it doesn't feel bad anyway to me. Whoa, there's Blue. Blue's being a little bit squirrely on me. Remember, we're not actually trying to attack there at the moment. We're waiting for the phoenixes to arrive so that we can clean out that area just a bit better. Crag Hack can get here in 2 days. I suggest we give him the time and just like let him. So Aragon, let's just go to here. That actually gives Crag Hack a little bit of time to go out of his way, grab the sulfur, and then we can attack first thing in the morning. I don't think that Zanzibar is under duress. Even if the enemies have sight, I'm guessing that that's still going to be a little bit too far for them to travel. But I'll consider. I'll get the rocks, I'll get the Magi. And then that way, if there is any problems, we'll have some defenders. Okay. Blue is thinking about it. Blue is thinking about it. Yeah, purple and red, not really fighting each other. Not really fighting each other. Okay. Basic Eagle Eye. Again, believe it or not, we actually don't hate that. If I attack here, it should go orcs first. I think I gotta fight zombies and orcs. I don't think I can help it. But at least I can take the artifact. An icicle withstanding the full heat of the noonday sun attracts your attention. Intrigued, you break it off and find that it does not melt in your hand. So, I'm gonna share this. Maybe I shouldn't, but I will. This is actually a really cool, unique, interesting thing that just happened. We had orcs and we had zombies. And the way that it works in Heroes of Might and Magic is it goes like as if these boxes around your hero are labeled. Like if I'm right here at this crossroads, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because it's a square around you. If you move into a square, you're supposed to attack from box 1 into 2 into 3 in that priority, and then to 4, then to 5, then to 6, then 7, then 8. So you can, in this case, actually see that on display. We moved to this position and we didn't attack the zombies first, even though they were right above us. We attacked this first position. And so now you could actually set up a scenario where it looks like, oh, there's no way I could possibly get this artifact liberated. But you have like phoenixes or titans right here, and then you have a lesser enemy here. And you could step to here and abuse that tactic, and it wouldn't be luck. It would be just game knowledge and strategy and skill. Alternatively, you could have a week of the peasant. You could have like a week of the sprite or the veteran pikeman or the whoever, and they could spawn in an advantageous position for you. I don't think I've ever seen 2 neutral creatures spawn right next to each other for one of those kinds of weeks. I don't think I've ever seen that. But in theory, if that happens, you're actually doing great. In this case, we needed to get the crystal mine, so it didn't really matter, but these are the things that you think about anyway. Okay, moving on. Goblins, we'll fight them. Free experience. Sulfur. Good, good. And let's do a big swap here. It's time to let go of these slow creatures, and the morale needs to come on up. So it's actually going to be, yeah, both sets of elves. I'm going to dismiss the halflings so that I have a 6-speed boar here. And Aragon's ready to go. Ready to go. Crackhack's got a crystal mine that's free. We'll grab that. But folks, Blacksford, you should have attacked me before I picked up my phoenixes, because now it's too late. Enemy has surrendered. The losses look way worse than you would otherwise think that they would. But remember, this is Blue's toughest hero. And as a might-based enemy, they're our next toughest rival. 5 attack, 2 defense. 9 attack, 5 defense. So we're superior, but still. And then 4 spell power, 2 knowledge. Actually not a bad foe. Pretty good enemy for us. We got slow, haste, bless, stone skin, bloodlust, shield, etc. Most worried about these paladins. I think if you send the phoenixes into the fray, you will lose one for sure because of all these swordsmen and such. If you attack, if you bless here, you'll take out this full stack of veteran pikemen, and then you can retaliate into the paladins, and you probably kill the full stack before they get their double strike off. I think that you'll still lose. Well, you could pour damage onto the master swordsman. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hope that this strategy is going to work. Take out all the veteran pikemen. When we retaliate, we're going to hope that we can kill all of the paladins. And we're going to pour damage onto the master swordsman that might otherwise follow up. Wow, I was incorrect. Paladins did 103 damage. 1 phoenix perished. Did not anticipate that. My bad. Well, we'll still mostly bring down the master swordsman stack. 55 HP left. We're okay. Kill a couple of the archers. Just that way I know I can leave them alone. Phoenixes are going to blast right here. Without a doubt. And I wish I had a disabling spell. 14 dwarves. I don't want this enemy to run, but I don't think I'd stop it. Yeah, we'll just focus on dwarves for the moment. Down to 4. We could get good morale. We could just hope for good morale. If you hope for good morale, oh no. I don't think that the goblins can get into the fight. I think that they're kind of cordoned off. You'd have to get good morale basically right here. Let's see about it. Nope. All right, maybe we can slip through here with good morale. Nope. Enemy has surrendered. Darn. Didn't have like a paralyze or a blind or some way of kind of preventing that. And I had a haste. Could I have hasted the goblins and would they have reached? I might have been able to haste the goblins there. You might have to roll back the tape there. But now that I'm thinking about it, that might have been an opportunity I missed. Okay. We'll go with the diplomacy. I think that the basic ballistics is good enough. I think that with the Sork army, you don't care nearly so much about some of these alternatives. And we have a choice, folks. Purple is, I mean, they're coming in this area. If we just peel back, give ground, we can play it safe and hope that they don't find us. And if worst comes to worst, I will send a hero to go stand on these Liths so they don't mess up this area. I would much rather focus on getting giants than I would like to maintain my phoenixes at the moment. I don't know if Castor is going to go in this direction or not. If he takes this castle for a moment, okay, so be it. But yeah, we are just barely close enough. Horde of peasants, he's not going to be moving far. He went from here to here. We should actually catch him before Zanzibar happens. But again, I'm just concerned because purple is kind of going in this area. Let's see what they do. Red's coming on down. Interesting. Yep. Red is expanding to the south. Purple playing it kind of safe. The algorithm for scouting is serviceable. Several bone dragons. Because there's several bone dragons, let's just play this safe again. Fix Fox, be exciting. Do exciting things. It's exciting to play correctly. 42 goblins. Let's see if we can save them. I don't know how. 42. 0 attack, 0 defense. Remember, this is a hero that doesn't have any attack skill or defense skill. I can bless the phoenixes and I can, with impunity, just wreck this enemy. They have no recourse against me. None whatsoever. Swordsman down to 5. 18 damage. Yeah. 18 damage. It's fine. I don't know how I lost 40-something goblins unless he's about to cast a really crazy spell on me. Did he cast a spell this previous round? Cast Curse on the Phoenixes. So by blessing my Phoenixes, that elicited a counter spell there as opposed to a damaging spell. That's interesting. Don't love it, but that was interesting. Alrighty. And the road is actually a fairly quick way back. I'm not going to stay right on Zanzibar. Let's purchase a new hero, though. Let's make a Thundax because there's a swamp here. I will send them with one single 6-speed boar. Okay. Goodbye. I'll leave the goblins, but one 6-speed boar. Let's just go see if there's anything crazy down here. Crag Hack. Doing a great job scouting. And then Joe Josh is in full defense. Alrighty. On to a new day. I think that what might be happening on this map is that the enemy heroes are getting a little bit away from their main castles. And then as they get closer to day 7, the AI tends to try and go back for a resupply to its castle. That does make scouting a little bit difficult. I could be wrong, but things I've wondered about, or rather things I've noticed a little bit. And that just might be one of those things that it might not be working out in their favor at the moment. Darlena, I think I win if she attacks me. We got a spellbook? Yeah. I think I win if she attacks me, but I'll just keep that in mind. Let's have the fastest creature in. Everybody else will stay behind. Should I cut across country and go get this fort? I think so. The gems on this road are just not that advantageous. By the way, Cloud Castle. Boom, roasted. Okay. I don't know what the enemies have, but I've got 3 castles with 2 6-tier dwellings. That's doing pretty well for me. I don't think that the enemies got the growth on me. I think that the longer the game goes at this point, the better off I will be. So I will continue to let them be as tough as they want to be and posture however they wish, but I do think that we're in a better position. Day 7, if Darlene goes through the Lith, we will be able to catch her, but I am a little bit upset that she has now spotted me. I chose my battles. I could have prevented this if I'd sent Ergon north. I figured it was much better to prevent the Wizard Castle from going down. So no regrets. None whatsoever. 6-speed creatures. We're going to be ready to leave first thing in the morning. We can get a pyramid. We can get a pyramid. Let's do it. Because getting the upgraded Cloud Castle is still fairly far away. Let's get the pyramid. Heck, we might even leave these nomads. We'll see what the gold situation looks like first thing in the morning, but I think it's going to be a little bit rough for the next little bit. Crag Hack has found, I believe that this is Charity with 7 bone dragons. I got a feeling that this is Charity. Dang. And it's a new month, month of the ant. All right, folks, very good. So let's take quick stock of where we're at. We got this gazebo for the logistics for my man and yours, Mr. Thundax. He is trying to make sure that blue is not in this area. I think the blue's got to be in this corner by themselves. Just has to be at this point. We got to send this hero, Joe Josh, through the Liths with these 3 Phoenixes. I got to take out that enemy hero. They cannot be allowed to survive. And they're not too far away. We should be able to reach. Yes, we do be able to reach. Oasis. Let's do the Oasis. 800 movement points. We'll attack. And then we'll step on the Oasis again to get our troops back in just a moment. Let's try and lose anybody but the Phoenixes. This is going to be Darlena. 2 attack, 0 defense. 9 Medusas, actually a bunch. Don't really care too much about the damage from the halflings or the orcs. I think that we wait. We let the enemies come to us. Let the unicorns try and get some damage off on the Medusa first. Let's see what spells they cast, actually. Back off. Down to 8 of the halflings. We'll kill 1 of the Medusa here. Paralyze on the Phoenixes. Not a bad spell. I just don't think it's going to do too much for you. You have Dispel. So what that means is I can actually... Well, no. When it's the unicorn's turn, I will Dispel. So unicorns are going to dispel the phoenixes. Phoenixes will come back onto the battlefield unparalyzed. Unicorns will take the retaliation from the Medusa. Phoenixes will get a shot off without any retaliation. You couldn't ask for any better. That actually plays perfectly into my plans here. Down to 7 still. We'll do the dispel. We will probably lose one of the unicorns here, maybe 2. 1. And then we'll kill 3 to 6 here with the phoenixes. We kill 3 and then they paralyze there. Okay. Don't love it, don't hate it. We do have 1 more dispel. But again, we just don't want to lose any of the phoenixes. I don't think it matters if we cast the dispel now or not. Phoenixes are going to attack here. You still got to deal with the Medusa because in a moment they're going to be pretty big and tough. 6 to 13. Darlena might be out of spell points actually for that. No, she's got 1 more paralyze if she wants it. Mutant zombies can reach. Better kill them before they reach. Okay, there's the paralyze. And now I might lose all of these supporting troops. Nope, the Medusa. That's rude. Darn. Oh well. Let's see if we can get the druids free. Probably not. Medusa are going to attack them in just a second, I imagine. No, because of the train. We're not going to kill here. Now we do. So now the Medusa go. Okay. Okay. If the 1 zombie remained, then we would have not had to worry about that. I'll kill the ranged creatures. I don't think there's much I can do here. I'm just going to lose the druids. Ooh. It's not bad. Because now the Medusa have to attack the Phoenix. 55 HP. Medusa are gone. There's no more disables. Yeah, that actually saved us 2 druids and 2 elves. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That was great. Okay, cool. So I will fight here, fight there, and that'll get us out of this fight. Darlena, goodbye. 3, 2, and 4. Phoenix is saved. 1200 experience. I will take the estates finally. Yeah, I'll take the estates. And we had no movement points, but now we pick up a total of 1275 because of 2 trips to the Oasis. It restocks after you fight a fight. And so we were able to walk away from that very happy, having massive amounts, massive quantities of free stuff. Free stuff I do enjoy. Rockhaven, we should take this out without any problems. 12 goblins lost, not a problem. I will take the leadership. Leadership is more valuable than just the flat damage from the archery. And that leaves us with 4k gold for Sabu to go north. Let's figure out the best thing here. Best thing is probably just to wait. You're getting 7k gold a day. It's best just to wait. Then we'll head north. Yeah, I hate to waste time, but that is the best thing for us. So we'll wait. Fine, we'll wait. We'll wait. Let's see what Jezebel does. I'm guessing she's gonna retreat. But when all is said and done, we'll be able to head north, basically at the beginning of this next turn. Okay. Alrighty, very cool. Very good. Very good. Can you tell that this scenario feels like we have it fairly well in hand? I feel like it's going pretty good anyway. You'll have to let me know later how you feel like this was going, but yeah, this feels like this worked out okay for us. We're not going to pick up all of these ogres. I wish I could. 12 ogres is a lot, but I think we have got enough forces to go north and at least put some pressure on Chandler. This will buy us time. We'll maybe go down and deal with blue wherever they are in a bit. We're just hunting heroes at the moment. Jezebel goes down. And Joe Josh will continue with whatever forces he can. Unicorns? Yes. Grand Elves for sure. What do we have? Yeah, this will be fine. Joe Josh is going to leave today. I barely can't reach. I'll bet you I actually can. 1,300 movement points. A 4-speed creature with the elves. Oh, I should have upgraded them before I left. No, they are upgraded. 5-speed? Yeah, I should be able to reach him next turn. It says we won't, but I think I actually will be able to in just a second. But anyway. Anyway. Okay, we got Rebecca. Rebecca, the spellcasters. trying to step to Thundax. Let's see it. Let's see it. Earthquake. Not a great spell knowing that we're about to be defending this castle. But here she comes. Not one, but two blue heroes. Yeah, blue's got to be in the bottom left. Now I wish I'd just taken the time to stamp them out before bad things happened. This is maybe an opportunity for me to use multiple heroes. Sure, Aragon is the power in these waters. If he can defeat the Necromancers, everything else will be fine, I think. Darn, we were close. And so then, if I use multiple heroes, maybe I can just get out of this scenario a little quicker. Gazebo, we will go for the advanced archery. How far can you get here? Not very far. Have Aragon just go to here at the moment. And do we need spell points? Not really. Not really. Okay. All right. And if I wait right here, we should get a nice little pickup. Up to 5 Phoenixes, I think that that'll be enough. With these forces coming north and those forces coming south, I think we're going to be okay. Who is this other hero? So Tyro's the better hero. I think you want to attack Rebecca right now. We've got 8k gold. We got 4 giants. We've got marketplace. Yeah, we got a marketplace here and here and here. Yeah, I think that we just trade. Yeah, I think we just trade resources as much as we can reasonably. Like here? Yeah, like you don't need 40 crystal. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So with 13k, we'll pick up 4 giants, never to be turned into titans ever. 4 magi. With 3k gold left, I think you definitely want these rocks. Halflings, because I just like halflings. And that actually puts us out of gold. With 14 gold left, this is the fighting force. I will drop the goblins just to make sure that I have the most up-to-date, fast, best morale ever. And then just knowing how close we are to getting just a few more forces, folks, I'm going to do it. I'm going to trade bits of my Mercury. 1,500 gold, that should be enough for the rest of the boars. 10 more anyway, I will take it. I'm going to fight Rebecca because I know Tyro is a good hero with good stats. She might be a good spellcaster. But against the 600 spell points of the giants, I think I'd much rather defeat Rebecca than have to defeat the power of Tyro. Let's do it just like this. Glorious victory. Perfect. Nice. Happy to see that our aggression is paid off, because this is only 1 week's worth of creatures at a time. 2 spell power, 3 knowledge. She's probably going to have like a lightning bolt or something. I will put the boars into harm's way. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care about the damage from the Rangers. I care much more about the damage from these other offensive troops. All the boars goes down. So be it. 1 mage perishes. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, I think you might have preferred to lose the giant. I was so focused on not losing a giant, and now I'm like, well, maybe that would be preferable than losing 1 magi, 1 rock, and something boars. I could be wrong. You let me know. We kill 3 of the Rangers. Not great. Not bad. The wasted damage to kill the Paladins. I think you want to kill 3 to 4 of the Swordsmen. We will bless the Giants right before it's their turn. Good. 113 HP. Yeah, they're fine. I think that they'll just wash over the enemies. No problem. I'll do the haste. I don't even have a spellbook. Spellbook not needed. Spellbook not wanted. Spellbook not wanted. The curse has worn off just in time too. I think that you almost would have preferred to lose the giant because they're kind of expendable. Like they're never going to be titans. But these Archmagi and the, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's better or not. Basic wisdom. Blind, earthquake. Those spells are kind of good now. Kind of good. Tyro. I'm going to sit right here because I think Tyro's going to try and run around me, or he's going to try and run up. Either way, since I can't reach, I'm just going to stay put and just make sure that he doesn't backdoor me too hard. And then maybe I can pick up this blind spell before I go south with these giants and try and win the game against blue. Ah, perfect. Great. Alrighty. I will go back and pick up the spell though. Not once, but twice, because who knows? Earthquake could be useful. I don't think we can even... We don't even have a spellbook. Fix Fox, what are you doing? Whoops. We don't even have a spellbook. Okay, but what we do have is nearly 100 goblins and 6 phoenixes. Magic well, we are still a little bit lower than I'd like to be on spells. And let's just combine our forces north to south. Oh, I was going for this red castle. It looks like we've also wandered into purple. So Sabu is ready to do damage. As too is this sorceress army from the north. Do we attack or do we wait? I think that we actually wait, so we're not going to attack right now. Sabu is a good hero, 8 and 3, but Ergon is just so much better, 11 and 6, plus the spell power and the spells. So Sabu is going to sit right here. He's not going to move. I think Celia is going to stay put, and then if I lose lots of forces on Ergon, I'm going to be able to just transfer these troops over to the better hero. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's going to be what's best. So unless you give me an absolutely free castle, it's not the castle. I thought it was the castle. I guess that purple's probably in this upper right corner, maybe up this road. So let's go defeat red real quick. Prayer at the temple, sure. Obelisk, great. I'll pick up the mercenary camp on the way. Yeah, and let's just make the best fighting force we possibly can here. So, good artifacts go over. I will take the Serenity Pendant. Evercold Icicle, sure, why not? And at this point, I feel strongly that these 9 elves are not better than the 6 Cyclopes. I feel like the 13 trolls are better than the 96 goblins. I feel like the 10 ogre lords are really good. I wish that there was more of them. This is still a good fighting force, but I'm going to send Sabu to go hunting. Now that he's lost a couple of artifacts, he could still be pretty useful, I think, in clearing up some enemies, but I'm just not going to make him a priority. Observation Tower, there's one Alamar hero up here. Let's try and send Sabu to deal with that threat. And then it is Thundax, again, heading to the south. Yeah, there's got to be a blue hero down here somewhere. So one purple hero is going up the road. One purple hero is going down. Jojosh is retired from the battlefield. And let's... Yeah, a charity, jeez. Aragon's going to step through and defeat red here. I think that this might be the end of red. Unless I've got another castle somewhere. Enemy is going to surrender or flee. But with 3 bone dragons, at least this is going to be one more bastion of this necromancer strength that'll be down for the count. I will wait on my spell. I could bless. If I bless, I'm going to defeat all of the vampire lords, bone dragons. Take your pick. I think it's time to do damage, even at the loss of 1 phoenix. I am going to bless the phoenix, though. I just want to make sure I defeat all these bone dragons. 31 damage, 16. Blind onto the phoenixes. Interesting. Don't hate it. I really don't hate it. We'll kill half the stack of the vampire lords. 8 HP on the phoenixes. Yeah, we're going to lose 1 for sure. We'll just pretend like that's the best we could have done. I think it's possible you could have found another way around this, but currently I can't think of what it might have been. Yeah, currently I can't think of what it would have been. Spike Town, +1 attack, +1 defense. Really good, really good. Red player's vanquished. All right, folks. We're heating up here. Blue, purple. Do I step in here? Is there a mage guild? I'm going to upgrade this to a level 3 mage guild. Sight unseen. I'm not even going to check out what it is. I just know that there is a level 3 group of spells here. I'm happy for it. Let's travel up the road. And we do see a blue castle. Folks, this is sad. Oh, Tyro, there's nothing here, is there? All your forces went down with the sorceress. I can't believe that you've done this. How could you have done this? And I do wonder if Charity's going to turn back and try to attack Sabu. Let's find out. She does. Oh, she goes back to defend. Crazy. Crazy. Well, Sabu, it's your time for glory and riches. Best of luck. Even killing 1 bone dragon is worth it, so we get a good look at the enemy here. I like that. And I think we could actually do maybe a little bit more than what we did before. Let's go wolves towards power liches, paralyze onto the orc chieftains, no spell book. We never did pick up a spell book, and that really does highlight the problem that the barbarians have when facing spellcasters. Bone dragons are going to step up. Yep, full defense around these power liches. I think that you're best suited. Yeah, just kill bone dragons wherever you can. I think that's probably the best thing. Don't really know where the... Oh, vampires just skip their turn? That always weirds me out. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like they should do something anyway. That hurts. Okay. Yeah, and we're getting picked apart here. Even the Ogre Lords, they're going to do some damage, but I don't think that at this point I'm even going to kill Bone Dragon. Yeah, I think that that boat has sailed. If you wanted to accept what the AI was giving you, I think you're fine. Unless, was this 32? Oh, the 11 power liches are blowing you up. Hey! Power liches doing work for me. I guess that's how you're gonna lose those forces. Okay. All right. It's day 7. I'm fast. I'm not that fast though. Let me think about this. If I go to here, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have 6 speed only creatures or higher on Aragon. I could hire another hero here to do that. But then the problem is that if the enemy turns and wants to fight me, then I'm worse off. Oh, I can't even reach. Look how close I am. I was 1 hex away. So, yeah, a foot race back to whatever castle. It's got to be just right here. Just not likely anyway. All right, blue is going to go out with a whimper. Blue player's vanquished. Let's get into the boat. It looks like there's an opportunity for Magellan's Maps. Hello. And they spent all their gold upgrading this, and they just didn't have enough to translate that into a victory. It's really sad. We're going to hire Rebecca. I thought maybe she'd be good. I don't think she was. Just because I defeated her doesn't mean she's good. And then here, I think there might be enough. Sandro was a good hero, level 1. Yeah, let's hire Sandro with his archery. With these ogres maybe in here. Ogres, goblins. Let's just see if this is enough. Plus wolves. Let's see if this is enough to defeat this Barak hero. Alomar hero. All right, Sandro. Hope you have some spells on you. Defending might have been the better choice, but again, we got phoenixes not too far away. Wow. You get bad morale, and then you immediately get blasted. 5 spell power. Oh boy. I've got some spells too, though. I'm not going to use the blinds. This is all going to be cold rays. I got, what was that, 3 cold rays? Let's use 3 cold rays. Down to 11 of these centaurs. Okay, I'll take it. Let's travel down the battlefield together. Like so. Because I think that after one more cold ray, I think that the enemy is... Ooh, I think the cold ray is gonna bring down these brute troops a bit more. Did not anticipate the fireball. 150 points of damage from the fireball. 50, 50, 50, 50. Jeez. You're out of spell points now, right? Yeah, 4 spell points. You might have 1 more magic arrow. Goodness. But now, I almost wonder if it's best to stay back. We've got only 1 more cold ray. Gargoyles have already skipped their turn. We'll stay back. We'll let the enemies come to us. Because they're going to start coming to us. I'm almost positive. Yep, there it is. Okay. With my 40 hit points remaining. Heck, if you stone skin the ogres, 2 attack, 1 defense, 0, 0, 0. I mean, this is still a bunch of hit points. You can sneak the zombie by and maybe you can deal with these centaurs in a second. Rather than do the cold ray, do you want to do 1 stone skin and then like a haste or something? 20 damage and a stone skin. I think you'd rather do the stone skin, funny enough. I think that's actually better. Not by a lot, but by enough. And then we'll kill, yeah, 13 goblins. Yeah, this is actually working out okay. I am okay with this, folks. 20 points of damage. Heck, I could have actually done my magic arrow already. In fact, I probably should have. I'm gonna do it down here though. Just make sure I don't have any major issues with that. One Medusa. I don't know how many hit points are left on that zombie. But yeah, I think that the spells are enough to equalize this fight, and we're gonna get out of here with the victory. No petrifies. Thank goodness. Did not want those petrifies. 6 HP. Take out the Medusa. Most valuable enemy on their team. MVP. MVP. Will the enemy get to run? The answer is no. All right, we'll take it. 900 experience. 4 skeletons. Sandro, you did good, my friend. You did really good. Am I surprised? Nope. That's just hashtag Sandro things. Okay. Alrighty. That's going to be the end of the day. And, oh, the enemy is going to turn back. Not to attack, though. That's crazy. You gotta fight Charity, but Phineas is gonna explore up here to see where the castle is. No. I could maybe reach the castle. It's gotta be up here, but I'm best off defeating Charity, getting bone dragons and such. Yeah, this is really the final fight. Enemies fled. Not good, because I don't want them to rehire, so let's do our very, very best to keep the enemy from running here. You gotta kill the power liches, or you just gotta step on them. Let's do a really nice bless onto the phoenixes. Remember, 17 attack, 7 defense. We're killing 3 of these bone dragons. 2 attack, 5 defense. Yeah, let's kill 3 of the bone dragons. That's gonna cause the power liches to do half damage with their little push. Push doesn't scare me. When push comes to shove, it don't scare me. Nothing scares me anymore. Got that summertime sadness. Fix Fox, it's fall. Fix Fox, it's October. You're totally right. And I'm very happy for it, actually. In fact, I don't know if it works in other countries like this. I don't know if other countries do daylight savings time, but in America, we totally do. And hey, man, in a couple of days in November, I actually don't have to worry about that anytime soon, actually. Pretty soon I'm gonna get an extra hour of sleep with the daylight savings time, which I'll take. All right, folks, that was a good fight. Glorious victory. Wizard's hat, bracelet, lightning helm. We'll take the leadership. And with 4 phoenixes left, even if you've got some bone dragons coming up here, I'm just not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. Glorious victory. I'll accept these losses. There is one more hero to the south here. We just barely saw them. Phineas saw them turn tail. Aha. And that's great information to have. We're going to hire Atlas. We're going to give Atlas whatever forces are here. Looks like it's going to be royal mummies, a couple of skeletons. Probably not that much. Maybe with a spell book. Maybe with a graveyard. Level 2 mage guild probably would have been better, but with these forces, let's see if he can just end this. Creepy crawly guy coming our way. Oh, that's where the bone dragons went. We'll chase him down. At least we gave over no forces. And folks, I think that it's pretty obvious that that's going to be the end of the fight. So if I was the enemy, I would not leave. I would not run. I would stay in my castle. I would wait for the end. And this is absolutely the end. A glorious victory. We're not going to run through this. We have all seen this coming from a long ways off. And that is the final enemy vanquished. Purple player's been vanquished, folks. Fun playthrough. Really liked this scenario. And I imagine it plays very differently depending on which position you start off with. Barbarians here. Hey, the fact that we were able to take the sorceresses out in that very first week, I think that told you everything that you needed to know about the scenario. We completed this in 39 days. That's a Black Dragon rating. I think that you have to get over 280 or 300 in order to get into my top high scores. So this is not going to quite get there for me. Yeah, you got to get above 300 to get into my top scores, but still happy with that rating of a Black Dragon. And we're grateful for everything we saw, folks. So thanks for the time. Thanks for the energy. This was a fun one, a nice quick hitter. And with that being said, just going to ask a favor of you. I'm sure that you know what's coming next. If you've been here on the channel for any length of time, you probably know what's coming next. And this is where I ask you to please do me a favor. Look after you, look after your friends, look after your family, take very good care of yourselves, because if you don't, who will? My name is Fix Fox. I love Heroes, Might, and Magic. I play it weekly. And if that interests you, then like, subscribe, join the Fix Fox Discord, all the fun stuff. And yeah, we'll catch you around. Bye now.